You're wasting so much time picking the right font, but what I want to tell you today is that it's not about the font, it's about how you use the font. So yes, choosing the right font is important, but also how you work with that font, how you use it, how you adjust it, the layout, the colors, it has so much impact. And so I want to challenge myself today. I want to use just one font. I've picked Helvetica, everybody knows it, pretty much generic, classic font. And using that font, I want to create 5 different designs, just manipulating the type and the layout and everything else to create 5 different moods. So we're gonna go with premium, serious, playful, aggressive, and sad. I haven't prepped up for this, so we're gonna do this live so that you can see how I'm thinking about communicating these moods with the type only. Let's dive into it. So I'm here on Illustrator, and by the way, you can do this on any software. The reason I'm working with Illustrator here is because it's the best at manipulating type and breaking it. Basically, I went ahead and I created 5 different artboards for me here. So premium, serious, playful, aggressive, and sad. They all have these lorem ipsum. So I didn't even wanted to use different fonts. So I wanted to show you that it's not necessarily about what's written in the text. Again, it's about how you use this. So I might, as I said, I have chosen Helvetica, which is pretty standard. I might change the different weights of the font throughout my designs, but we're gonna stick to one font family. So let's get started. By the way, if you're new here, my name is Ron Segal. I'm a designer. Welcome to Flux. We talk design and how to make a living as a designer. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. Let's roll into it. All right, so premium. What are we going to do here with the premium? So one thing I want to do for sure is I want to start off with turning this into an uppercase. All right, so we can actually go here and let me bring up the typography. Where's the typography? Typography type, right? Characters and paragraphs and all of those things. So let's bring that here, and I want to do this uppercase, all right? So I can click here, uppercase. That's because a lot of times you will see these premium brands use uppercase. And one more thing about premium brands, there's always a lot of white space. So this is probably going to be much smaller. So as you can see, the more, as we were making things smaller, immediately it looks more premium, right? Now the next thing that a lot of these brands use is they space out the letters. So if I'm going to choose this, and I can use this using the tracking, right? So this is tracking, spacing out between words. I can also do this with command and the left and right. So now I'm increasing the tracking, which is the spacing between the letters. Immediately that looks like some kind of a fashion brand, right? So this, let's go ahead and center this, kind of like something like this. And just to make it premium-y, actually let's turn this into a black background, and we're going to use where are all my, let me put this so I can see all of my tools. Let's turn this into kind of like a black background and turn the text into white color. And so we have this somewhere centered here in the middle, and this is kind of like right text. It's also centered, aligned. It looks already like a premium invitation to something. We don't need too much, right? If I wanted to add a little bit of, like an element, I might use like this very thin maybe line here, but you don't really need too much to make this look premium, right? As you can see now, it's dropping a little bit in the design. I might want to bring this up so that the whole composition of this element feels centered within the composition. And I can already tell this looks premium. So this is easy, not too much to do. Let's move on to the next one. Next one is serious. What is serious? We want to look clean. We want to look like business, right? So for serious, what I want to do is I'll probably try to use maybe like a bold font, and I'll want to use some kind of a grid, right? So to make sure that grid a lot of time makes us feel like secured because there is, there's structure in it. So I want to make sure that there is equal spacing, and I'm going to left align everything and create some kind of a grid, right? So I'm going to make sure that the top spacing and the left spacing are equal. Let's make this text smaller. One more thing that is going to actually help me make this look like a grid is actually maybe if I have two columns. So maybe I have this one as the right column here. And then I didn't really create grids here, but if we would make a fancy design, we would probably maybe create an actual grid. But for the sake of this, let me just put this here, and I want to make sure that that we have this. And maybe, one more thing is maybe we would want to have some kind of a subtext or sub heading. So let me copy this text again, and I'm going to create some kind of a paragraph here that we can put this as a subheading. And again, if we would go ahead and really make this serious, I'd probably create some guides here. Guides are going to help me, make sure that everything is aligned and everything is, and we have consistency within our grid. So this is this, and make sure that everything is again aligned. Where's my alignment? I don't have my alignment tool. Where is alignment? All right. So now we have this. Maybe actually I'm gonna put them down. Let's make sure that the spacing from the bottom is pretty much equal. And again, I'm doing this by eye. I'm not calculating anything right now. I would probably do this. And one more thing that can give structure to this is, again, if we make maybe some kind of a line, not this, but maybe make a little bit of a line here that helps us see the grid and give more structure to things. Maybe something like this. This looks a little bit too thick, so I'm going to make it a little bit thinner. But you're looking at this design, and I'm going to hide I want to hide the guides right now. So let me go view guides. Where are the guides? I don't want to see the guides right now. Don't show me the guides. Where are the guides? Hide guides. All right. So now we have this design. It looks serious. It looks clean. It looks businessy. Maybe we want to make sure that this is aligned with this. Yeah, it looks good. It looks good. All right. I feel like we can continue to the next one. So the next one is playful. All right. Let's use the same font to make this look a little bit more playful. All right. So I think with playful, what we can do is we can also go ahead maybe and make this a little bit bolder. Maybe we can, one more thing that we can do, we can decide whether we want maybe everything to be lowercase because it looks more fun. And one thing that I would do is perhaps I would break this out. So in Illustrator, you can break out the outlines, and then I'm just going to take this as vectors. And I can start playing around with these. Now, if it's playful, maybe they don't need to be on, in the same row. Maybe they can be one guy's a little bit low and one guy's a little bit like this. And now we're making this a little bit more playful, right? We're moving them. And we can do the same with this. If we put this here, and we break this down, and we start just moving them around. So I'm just rotating them. I'm just moving them randomly a little bit. Sorry. Just hitting R to rotate, moving it a little bit, making sure that the spacing is still readable. And yeah, this looks fun. This looks kind of like, this could be from my kid's book, like some kind of a Dr. Seuss, kind of like a playful thing. So this, I would probably make this a little bit smaller. And I think this is actually pretty solid as it is. I wonder, what can we do with this text to make it look more playful? We can't do masking where the text breaks out a little bit more. If maybe we need to break out these lines like this so that we can put this next to this within this text, so it's part of the, let's say, playfulness of this. Again, if this is for a children's book or whatnot, it might be fun to do it this way. I still feel like we need to align it somewhere. So maybe we can go ahead and make this bigger. I would not rotate the actual body text or something like this, because I feel like this, oh, but actually, now I'm actually rotating just the bounding box, which I haven't thought about this idea, but when I'm doing it, this actually does make the type a little bit more playful. So maybe it's not a bad idea. Let's move up, sorry, I don't need this move thing. Let's just move everything together to the centered. And this could definitely be out of a layout for some kind of a children's book. Not sure about this. It's not super readable. I don't know if I like this too much. But let's keep it at that. Let's just say it's playful, more playful than readable. Actually, I hate it. But I hate it. I feel like I don't like it. I'd rather just put it, I'd rather have the playfulness in the heading and not in the actual text, because I want the text to be readable. All right, let's see what we have in the aggressive. So aggressive, to me, that can be a lot of things, right? Maybe it's just bold. Maybe it's kind of like Nike, just do it kind of thing. So let's try to also make this bold and make this uppercase and see, maybe let's break it down into 2 sentences, and then maybe I'm going to just make it super, super big and actually not leave any, any edges. Now, usually, as I said, edges are really important for readability and stuff like that, but if we want to go with something aggressive, and you can see that when the letters are very big, we actually don't need all that much spacing. So we can go ahead and contract the spacing. It's still very readable because it's very big. And that looks good, all right? So now we can do this lorem ipsum. And let's see how much tracking. So the tracking here is -80. So let's do -80 here so that they're pretty much the same. Okay, so already this can be like, you can see that now this can be a cover of like a rock band or whatever, hip hop or something. But it's become very kind of like aggressive already. And by the way, we didn't even use color in any of them. This is just black and white, and we can still convey these moods by just doing this thing. I'm going to use the same concept of not leaving any spaces here. And maybe let's just also add kind of like blocks of black color and see how that adds to the aggressiveness of the whole thing. Actually, let's make this a little bit smaller. Maybe this needs to be a little bit bolder as well. No, I don't know. Lighter? No, let's keep it at regular. I'm still going to give a little bit of spacing at the top and at the bottom. You know what this reminds me of? It actually reminds me of this thing that they used to have on CDs, where the explicit content inside, and you can immediately see, yeah, this looks hardcore, even without these black lines, but definitely when we compound it or block it inside these black strips, it looks good. Might be worth to doing the black strips equal from top to bottom. So maybe I would do this. It might look better that way. Yeah, it looks much more solid, and I would also try to get the spacing here equal to the spacing here. So I would do something like this. It's not 100% equal, but it's all right. It's all right. You always want to note the spacing. That's what we're looking at in almost any design. Spacing, you want to make it equal. You want to make sure it's consistent so it doesn't create any imbalances. All right, so we have the aggressive. Now we have the sad one. How do we create a sad one? So I think with a sad one, I would probably also go with something like, maybe for this we would take the light font. And I think what makes it sad, what can make it sad potentially, is if we just put it like in the corner. Maybe it's very small. Maybe, you know, there's not much to it. Again, this looks, I'm not sure if sad and premium are looking too much alike. So we have here the premium. This one is sad. Does it feel sad? I don't know. I don't know what would make it feel sad, but it's definitely not happy. Yeah, it's serious and, well, I don't know. I don't know what sad means. If, I mean, we can make it black, but I don't know. Maybe if we do a big thing, it would look sadder. I don't know. I don't know about this. All right, so I don't know if I want this challenge, but let's look at them, at the five of them. So we've got the premium, we've got the serious, we've got the playful, and the aggressive, and the sad. I hope that encourages you to, of course, pick the right font, but also mind how you're using it, how you're spacing it, how you're positioning it, and how you're comparing it to the other text around it, into the layout and the format of the actual composition, because that impacts the mood so much. Let me know in the comments below how you think I did in these challenges. And if you have ideas for more design challenges, let me know in the comment below. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.